Hi, greetings everybody. Welcome to day 11 of Young Adult April, and our look at the Harry Potter film series continues on with Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. So for this, I'll be looking at the plot, production, and differences from the book. So, here we go. Harry awakens from a nightmare wherein a man named Frank Bryce is killed after overhearing Lord Voldemort conspiring with Peter Pettigrew and another man. Harry attends the Quidditch World Cup match between Ireland and Bulgaria with the Weasleys and Hermione. While Harry attends the Quidditch World Cup match between Ireland and Bulgaria with the Weasleys and Hermione, Death Eaters terrorize the camp, and the man who appeared in Harry's dream summons the Dark Mark. Well, that's not good. At Hogwarts, Albus Dumbledore introduces ex-Auror Alistair Mad-Eye Moody as the new Defense Against Dark Arts teacher. He also announces that school will host an event known as the Triwizard Tournament, in which 3 magical schools compete across 3 dangerous challenges. The Goblet of Fire selects champions to take part in the competition. Cedric Diggory of Hufflepuff representing Hogwarts, Victor Crumb representing the Durmstrang Institute from Eastern Europe, and Fleur Delacour representing Beau Bennet's Academy of Magic from France. The Goblet then unexpectedly selects Harry as a 4th champion. Dumbledore is able to pull the underage Harry out of the tournament, as Ministry official Barty Crouch Sr. insists that the champions are bound by a contract after being selected. Well, crap. For the first task, each champion must retrieve a golden egg guarded by the dragon they pick. Harry succeeds in retrieving the egg, which contains information about the second challenge. Shortly after, a formal dance event known as the Yule Ball takes place. Harry and Ron attends with Parvati and Padma Patil. Harry's crest Cho Chang attends with Cedric, and Hermione attends with Victor, making Ron jealous. Ooh. The second task involves the champions diving underwater to rescue their mates. Harry finishes 3rd, but is promoted to 2nd behind Cedric due to his moral fiber, after saving Fleur's sister Gabrielle as well as Ron. Afterwards, Harry discovers the corpse of Crouch Sr. in the forest. Later, while waiting for Dumbledore in his office, Harry discovers the pensieve, which holds Dumbledore's memories. Harry witnesses the trial in which Igor Karkaroff confesses to the Ministry of Magic, names him for the Death Eaters after Voldemort's defeat. When he names Severus Snape as one, Dumbledore vouches for Snape's innocence. Snape turns spy against Voldemort before the latter's downfall. After Karkaroff names Barty Crouch Jr., a devastated Crouch Sr. imprisons his son in Azkaban. Exiting the pensieve, Harry realizes that Crouch Jr. is the man he saw in his dream. Bom bom bom. For the final task, the champions must reach the Triwizard Cup, located in Hedge Maze. After Fleur and Victor are incapacitated, Harry and Cedric reach the cup together. The two claim a draw and together grab the cup, which turns out to be a portkey and transports them to a graveyard where Pettigrew and Voldemort are waiting. Well, that's not good. Pettigrew kills Cedric with a killing curse and performs a ritual that rejuvenates Voldemort, who then summons the Death Eaters. Voldemort releases Harry and challenges him to a duel to prove he is the better wizard. A vulnerable Harry tries the Expelliarmus charm to block Voldemort's attempted killing curse. The beams from their wands entwine, and Voldemort's wand disgorges the last spell performed. The spirits of the people he murdered are seen in the graveyard. First Cedric, then Frank Bryce, then Bertha Jorkins, and finally Harry's parents. This distracts Voldemort and his Death Eaters, allowing Harry to use the portkey and escape with Cedric's body. Harry tells Dumbledore that Voldemort returned and killed Cedric. Moody takes Harry back to his office to interrogate him about Voldemort, but inadvertently blows his cover by asking Harry whether there were others in the graveyard, despite Harry not mentioning a graveyard. Moody reveals that he submitted Harry's name to the Goblet of Fire, and manipulated Harry throughout the tournament to ensure he would win. Moody attempts to attack Harry, but Dumbledore, Snape, and Minerva McGonagall intervene and subdue him. Hooray! The teacher's first wounded during Veritasound, and reveals that the real Moody is imprisoned in a magical trunk as his Polyjuice potion wears off. He is revealed as Crouch Jr. and returned to Azkaban. Ha ha! Dumbledore reveals to his students that Voldemort killed Cedric, although the Ministry of Magic opposes the revelation. Later, Dumbledore visits Harry in his dormitory, apologizing to him for the dangers he endured. Harry reveals that he saw his parents in the graveyard. Dumbledore names this effect as Priori Incantatem. Soon after Hogwarts, Durmstrang and Beauxbatons bid farewell to each other. Man, that was a lot of serious stuff in that movie, huh? So anyway, let's look at the production of this movie. British film director Mike Newell was chosen to direct the film after Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban director Alfonso Cuarón announced that he would only be able to direct one Potter film. In a statement explaining the transition of directors, series producer David Heyman said, quote, "When Alfonso made the decision to focus on completing Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, we were faced with the daunting task of finding a director to handle the complex challenges of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, and to follow in the footsteps of Chris Columbus and Alfonso Cuarón. Mike's rich and diverse body of work showed him to be the perfect choice. He has worked with children, made us laugh, and had us sitting on the edge of our seats. He is great with actors and imbues all his characters, all his films, with great humanity. I'm thrilled." Principal photography for Goblet of Fire began on May 4th, 2004, although scenes involving the film's principal actors did not begin until June 25th, 2004, at England's Leavesden Studios. Steve Kloves, the screenwriter for the previous installments, returned for Goblet of Fire. On adapting the 636-page book into a feature film, Kloves commented that, quote, "We always thought it would be 2 movies, but we could never figure out a way to break it in 2, so it will be a different experience from the book." Yeah, that's definitely true. Now on to set design. As in the previous installments, Stuart Craig and Stephanie McMillan provided the film's set and art designs, respectively. Due to the film's scope, there are many new sets and transformations of old sets created. McMillan was most excited about redesigning the Great Hall for the scenes involving the old ball. Quote, "Originally we thought silver curtains, silver tablecloths, and an ice dance floor," said McMillan. Quote, "But it just went on and on. The dreamsman eventually said, why not just stick the fabrics on the wall?" Each task of the Triwizard Tournament required massive sets. The rock quarry set for the first task, where Harry faces off with the Hungarian Horntail, was built in 2 sections at Leavesden Studios. Craig called it, quote, "one of the biggest sets we've ever built for any of the films." For the second task, involving the film's underwater scenes, the film crew designed and built a blue screen tank holding, quote, "about 500,000 gallons of water." Yeesh. As for the final task, which took place in the maze, edge walls ranging from 20 to 40 feet tall were constructed and enhanced with computer-generated imagery. Now onto the music. John Williams, who would score the first 3 Harry Potter films, could not return for the 4th installment due to a busy 2005 schedule. Patrick Doyle, who had worked with Newell in Into the West and Donnie Brasco, replaced him as composer. The initial request was that Doyle would be working with Williams' material, but eventually only Hedwig's theme, the lead motif of the series, remained from the previous scores. Folk lead singer Jarvis Cocker, who was even rumored to score the film, was one of the musicians invited by Doyle, with whom he had worked in the Great Expectations soundtrack, to write a song for a wizard rock band. Once Doyle chose Cocker's composition, he and other British musicians such as Johnny Greenwood and Phil Selloway of Radiohead were picked to play the fictional band, both performing songs for the soundtrack and having cameo roles in the film. Nice! Now, finally, differences from the book. The Goblet of Fire novel, almost twice the length of Prisoner of Azkaban, the writers and producers reduced certain scenes and concepts to make the transition from page to screen. Director Mike Newell described the problem as one of, quote, "compressing a huge book into the compass of a movie." This was achieved by, quote, "putting aside all the components of the novel which do not directly relate to Harry and his journey." Goblet of Fire is the first film adaptation not to begin at Privet Drive. After the opening sequence, Harry awakens at the Burrow on the morning of the Quidditch World Cup. The gameplay of the Quidditch World Cup was removed for timing reasons, leaving an abrupt temporal jump which some reviewers considered awkward or, quote, rushed. In the book, Harry and many of the Weasleys support Ireland, while in the film, Harry and Ron support Bulgaria. Nonetheless, both of them admired the Bulgarian seeker, Victor Crumb. Other scenes are shortened and amalgamated to include only the most essential plot details. 3 Death Eater trials trials Harry witnesses in the pensieve are merged into one sequence. The characters of Bill Weasley, Charlie Weasley, Ludo Bagman, Winky, Narcissa Malfoy, and Bertha Jorkins are absent, as well as Dobby, who was supposed to help Harry obtain Gillyweed for the second task. Instead, that scene was changed to involve Neville Longbottom. There is no train scene at the end where Rita Skeeter is revealed to be an illegal, unregistered animagus. Harry's never seen either receiving or giving away the 1,000 galleons in prize winnings. All the series' black lines are condensed into a single fireside conversation. The scene in which Crouch Jr. is taken back to Azkaban is different from the book, in which he was, quote, killed by a Dementor summoned by Cornelius Fudge. There is also no conversation in which Fudge refuses to believe that Voldemort has returned, so this is explained in the next film. Yeah, that's definitely okay change if you ask me. So overall, this is definitely one of, if not the most darkest movies in the series, but, well, let's just say that there's other darkness going on in the other movies as well, so, yeah. Anywho, so, overall, I give Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire 5 wands out of 5. Well, tune in tomorrow as we take a look at Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. So, until then, bye everybody.